back to our e-learning class. I'm Suparna Shaha Khan, behalf of BMS, and today we will start our economics class. Today I will take class 9 economics class. We already started our first chapter, the story of village Palampur. This village, basically the people from this village, they are dependent in agriculture. And also we introduce the factors of production. What this factor we need in the production process. So we already learned these factors. So first factors is land. But this factor, land, is fixed. So how we will increase the land or productivity of land? There is a two way. One is the multiple cropping, another is the modern farming method. I already discussed in previous class what is the multiple crop. Very simple thing this one. Multiple cropping is in a single piece of land the farmer can grow more than one crop in a one growing season. And next is the modern farming method. So what is the modern farming method? Modern farming method means we introduce with new advanced technologies or techniques. That means in the time of late 1960s, India introduced with the Green Revolution, and this is the way, another way to increase the productivity. And this is the modern farming method. This modern farming method, we need the HYV seeds, that is high yielding variety seeds. These seeds increase the production. And next, chemical fertilizers, and then also the new technologies. That means like tractors, threshers, etc. In the traditional cultivating way, they use or farmer use for ploughing the soil, they use the pair of blue cock. And also for the fertilizers, they use the natural some fertilizers like manure, cow dung. So this is for this method, the amount of the production is also low, and also this is the time taking. But in the modern farming method, these chemical fertilizers, HYV seeds and tractor threshers, they also reduce our timing, and also the reduces the labor and also increase our productivity. So by this method, when the farmer adapted this method, they increase their productivity. But in modern farming method, there are some negative effects also. Huge uses of the HYV seeds. These seeds needs the extensive amount of water. That's why we need the extensive amount of water by irrigation. So by extensive uses of irrigation, there our groundwater level decrease. And also excessive use of chemical fertilizers, which reduces our soil fertility. And also these are for this using of the chemical fertilizers, also they affected our soil. Okay, and there is another negative effect, using the tractor threshers, this reduces the labor. So that's why there is in that type of method, there will be the chance of increasing the unemployment. Okay, so this is the modern farming method. Now we come to the next point, the land distribution among the farmers in Palampur. So in Palampur there are 450 families. Among 450 families, 1/3 people, that means 150 persons, they are the landless. Okay, so that means they have no land for the cultivation. So total 450 families. From these families, 1/3, that means 150 families, they are landless. And the next 240 families, they are small farmer. Who have the less than 2 hectare of land in size, which is not adequate for them for living their life, because this land is the very small amount, and in the total area of the Palampur this land are scattered. Okay, for example, in your book there is also this example. There has one farmer, Govind. He has the 2.25 hectare land, and he has the 3 sons. With the help of his 3 sons, he cultivates his land. But after production or after cultivation, they not fulfill their basic necessities. Again, after the death of Govind, this 2.25 hectare land divided among his 3 sons, and each one of them got the 0.75 hectare of land. And after that, they use the modern technology, irrigation. After that, this amount of the land is not enough for them to meet their basic necessities, and they can't able to live their life comfortably. So they also looking for some work during the part of the year. This is the land distribution among farmers. And see, in your book there is also this one. This is the 36%, which is the cultivated area, which are cultivated by the small farmers. See the number of the farmers. These are the number of farmers, which are the huge amount, and they have the small amount of the plot. And this is the cultivated area, which are cultivated by the large farmer and medium farmer. This is the number of large farmer and medium farmer, and this is the cultivated area, which are cultivated by the large farmer or medium farmers. So there are the 60 families who are the large farmers and medium farmers, and they have more than 2 hectare of land, and some of them they have the more than 10 hectare of the land. So in Palampur, the land distribution among the farmer is obviously unequal. So this is about the all of this about the land. Now we come to the next factor, which is most essential to the production, is labor. So next factor of production is labor. So this labor, who are the small farmer who have the less than 2 hectare of land, they cultivated their land by their own self with their families. Okay. And who are the large farmer or medium farmer, they hire the labor who are work on their farm or on their field. So this is the labor, and this labor who work others or the under the large farmers field, their maximum of this labor are the landless labor, and this labor are the by the medium farmers, they paid wages to these landless laborers. Okay, and this the wage varies crop to crop, one activity to another activity, season to season. Okay, for example, like one activity to another activity, like some workers, they only drive the tractors, they are plowing the soil. Okay, so their wages might be different. Who are the threshers? Okay, threshing the soil. So these are the different type. There is also the different type of the wages for different type of the work. Now there are also the different type of the employment. Like one type of the workers, they employed during the whole year, or others worker they hired for the one day. So this employment also varies time to time. So this is all about the labor. Now there is another most important thing, who are the landless labor who work on the others farm or field. The wage of them fixed by the government is rupees 60 per day, but actually paid by the medium farmer or large farmer to the landless labor or the worker is rupees 35 to 40 per day, which is the very minimum amount or small amount. But in Palampur, there are the huge competition between the workers, because there are the maximum of the labor who have the small plotted of land, or another have no land. So there is the huge competition. That's why they are agree with this amount of the wages. Now the next factor of our production is capital. So this is the one factor which we also call the scarce factor. So why we need capital? In the production, why we need the capital? So when we introduce by the modern farming method, we need some HIV seeds, chemical fertilizers, some instruments. So for buying this type of things, we need the money. What? We need money, which is also called working capital. So for buying this type of these fertilizers, seeds and technologies, we need the money. So from where we get the money? So first come to the for the small farmers. They have only less than 2 hectares of land and they have no savings. So from where they get the capital? So they get the capital from the large or medium farmers, money lenders of the village, or the traders of the village. But there is the deal between the money lender and these workers who have the small amount of land. What is the deal? Deal means when they give the loan to the worker, they take the 24% interest, and within the 4 months the worker have to repay the loan to the money lenders. So that is very difficult to repay the loan. That's why they agree with this, and also they promise to the money lenders or the large farmers that they work on their field during the cultivated season. Okay, so in your book there is a one example is there, like Savita is a small farmer, and she has less than 2 hectares of land, and for buying seeds and repairing instruments she needs some capital. So she go to one money lender and take the loan and promise to him that she also work on his field. Okay, so for this type of the high rate of interest, and there also the productivity of from the small field, the productivity amount is very less. So after their self consumption, what is amount is left, this remaining part they sell to the market, and whatever profit they get, this profit they also they return to the money lenders for repay their loan. But in case of the large farmer or medium farmers, from previous they have the savings, so that's why for the cultivation they have no problem, or they face no any problem, there is a no problem. So they easily, from their savings they easily invest to the new production or for this new season. And also this whatever they produce, these are they sell to the market, and this profit part they invest to buying any new instrument, or they keep in the account. So this is the one of the situation from the large farmers or medium farmers, and another is there is the situation for the small farmers. So for small farmers, the capitals is also the scarce factors. So there is the two factor, another is land. What is the natural resources? But land is fixed. That's why land is also one of the scarce factors. Okay. So these are our factors of the production. So students, for today we learn up to this, and the next day we talking about the dairy and about the shopkeeper in the village Palampur. So for today, thank you.